Hi, everyone. Welcome to the meeting tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Barbara Fralinger, and I wanted to talk tonight about how to create cash flow from home. So, recently, we know over the last 6 weeks, 7 weeks, most people have been in quarantine and they've had to work from home if they've been able to do their job from home or they have been laid off. So, as of this week, we have almost 30 million people who have applied for unemployment in the United States. So, this is a big problem and it's causing a big shift in our society right now to make sure that we have mechanisms in place so people can thrive in an online environment. And that's what I want to talk about tonight because network marketing is what I've been involved in since 2013, and I have been able to create cash flow in that industry, both on a part-time basis and on a full-time basis over the last 6 years. So I have always understood the value in multiple streams of income and also how technology has evolved to a point that most people, if you are going to do some type of business or uh, additional stream online, this is the best way to go about it. It's something you can do from home. You can do it from your right from your phone, and you can leverage the network that you already have and really build upon that and create a system. And I'm going to talk about that in a little bit about why it's so important to create a system based on leveraging your network. So I'm going to share my screen here so we can go through some of these specifics about this industry. And I think that it's going to be extremely beneficial for you. So Overcome Nation, this is the team that I am aligned with in network marketing, and it is the name of our business school as well. So we are the only team that has an online business school in the network marketing industry. And we really present this industry from a business standpoint and from an overall educational standpoint. So we do not lead with products, we lead with systems, okay? And we lead with educating people on the importance of generating passive income over time, because that really is the only way that you're going to get free in the long run. Freedom in your time, freedom in your finances. So the question is, what do you want to get more of out of your life right now? So a lot of people are looking for something, but they're just not sure what direction to go. And maybe you've never had a plan B. And maybe right now you've been thinking, wow, I wish I would have had something that I had on the side that I had built right online, or I had capitalized somehow on the use of technology. But it's not too late, because network marketing is an industry that thrives in a down economy. So right now, our team is booming because people are looking for an opportunity. They're finally opening their eyes enough to see, okay, what is this business model really about? And could I do it? And the fact that we are confined to our homes, it gives us the time that we might not have had if we were working full time. So you have to ask yourself, is this the right thing for me? And hopefully, after you look at this presentation, you will want to learn more, or you will want to jump right in with us. But you have to determine, okay, do you want more time, more travel, to be able to give more? And do you want more money? I think all of us probably want all of those things, some things more than others. And our business school and how we lead in this industry is on the teachings of Robert Kiyosaki, and he's the author of the Rich Dad Poor Dad series. And our mentor, Rick Gutman, who is our team leader in the Overcome Nation Business School, he studied with Kiyosaki for 5 years, one-on-one with the mentorship. And he brings us all of the education that he learned in that mentorship for free in our business school. So we learn about networks and systems. And Kiyosaki said the richest people in the world look to build networks and everyone else just looks for work. So if you look at all of the people in the world who are really wealthy, What do they all have? They all have systems in place. And that's where this cash flow quadrant comes into play. And this is from Robert Kiyosaki. So if you look on the left side of the quadrant, the E and the S, the employee and the self employed, that is basically mostly 90% of the population falls into that category. And then on the right side, the big business owners and the investors, that is a small percentage of the population. Okay. So maybe you fall into one or more of these categories. So maybe you are an employee, but you also have a small business. Okay. Maybe, you are an employee right now, but you're looking to move into the other categories. So, or maybe you have some investments. So, really, the best place to be, we all want to be in the investor category because that's where your money can work more than you ever could, right? But if you're in that employee category, you have a job and you have security. Well, you're a perception of security. You can lose your job at any time. I mean, look at what is happening right now. So many people have been furloughed or have been let go. But with a typical employee job, you work 40 to 60 hours a week and you retire with about a third of your income. And that income is taxed at the highest percentage, right? And you don't really have anything in place for wealth creation. You're not leveraging anything in terms of your time or your money, right? So, and if you're a small business owner and you're self employed and you're in that category, then you've bought yourself a job. But the only down thing to this is that you really still don't have a system because you are the system. So you can't go away. You can't, for 6 months at a time, right? You can't leave your business because you are responsible for it. Plus, there are very high startup costs in a small business, and you have to deal with employees and credit lines and bank loans and inventory and overhead, like all of the overhead and rent of a facility possibly. So there are a lot of headaches with a small business, right? And so basically you may not cash flow with that in the first 3 to 5 years, right? So typically that's what happens. But over time, if you stick it out and you are in a good economy and things work, you may really make a lot of money as a small business owner, but then you can't leave it. You have no time still, right? So it just depends what you want. And what we do in our Overcome Nation Business School is we teach people how to go from the left side of the quadrant into the right side of the quadrant. Because if you could be in that big business owner category, but not have to deal with the big business um, prerequisites like a huge amount of money for startup, people in this category like Bill Gates, Oprah Winfrey, Richard Branson, they're all, big business owners who have CEOs in place, right? So they have CEOs in place, so they can leave their businesses and come back 6 months later, and it might be in a better financial spot than it was when they left because they have systems. But the only bad part is it costs millions and millions to be a big business owner. So if we can somehow have a system that allows us to shift from that employee or small business owner quadrant over to that big business owner quadrant, and it wasn't going to cost you any more than at the most $1,500, would you do it? And I think a lot of people would say yes. And you could do it without any employees, without payroll, without a warehouse, without any kind of very little inventory. So if you could be in that quadrant, but not have to deal with those big headaches, would you do it? And the answer for most people would be absolutely, right? So that's what we teach you how to do. And we teach you how to build this, right? You can be in that big business owner category if you are still working in your plan A, which would be on that left side of the quadrant. So your plan B is always something that you have to be generating as a backup or as something that will be for retirement or as something for an emergency situation like we have right now. Okay, so the freedom formula, which is what we teach you in our school, is that you create multiple revenue streams with your cash flow. And in 1 to 2 years, you could be cash flowing in our business school with network marketing anywhere from 20,000 to $50,000 per year. And in 3 to 5, you could be generating 100,000 per year or more, right? So it depends on you, and it depends on how well you engage in our business school and in our organization. So the company that we have partnered with is called Viseo. Okay, so this is a nutraceuticals company, and we leverage it as a fulfillment center. So in traditional business, right, you have to get inventory in, and you have to worry about the shipping, and you have to worry about the customers and all of those things. In Viseo, they worry about all of those things, right? So you leverage them as your fulfillment center. They deal with the customers, they deal with the payouts, they deal with all the shipping and the headaches. And you don't have to deal with any of that. All you do is introduce this opportunity like I'm doing right now. So, what is Viseo in terms of problem solving? Okay. So, the problem overall in the wellness industry and in the supplement industry is that traditional supplements really don't get backed by the medical community because there's a very low absorption rate. And they basically, doctors think it's a waste of money if you're on supplements and you buy them from the GNC. They don't really think that there's a lot to it just because of the absorption. But Viseo has solved that problem, and this is why our company has done over $150 million in sales worldwide over the last 3 years. We are almost 3 years old now, and we have 4 global offices, and we are in 12 countries already, and we've been named a top 50 healthcare company in the world. All right, so our company is top of the line, and it's the only network marketing company that has been labeled as healthcare. So what we have done is come up with the solution to that low absorption, which is liposome technology, which has been around. Liposome technology has been around since the 60s, and it was originally used in chemotherapy to a liposome is a fat bubble, and it protects whatever is inside of it. So when um, doctors wanted to get the chemo into patients, they would encase it in this liposome, and it would go through the digestive system, and it would be able to get to the actual cells that it needed to get to without being broken down by the digestive system. So what our scientists have done is taken that technology and applied it to supplements. So now the supplements are encapsulated in this liposome, and goes through the digestive system so it doesn't get broken down, and it can get to the cells it needs to get to for maximum bioavailability. And then your absorption rate of that, and how fast, how quickly you see results, is just going to be based on how your particular body response and the types of deficiencies that you may have. Okay, but this is why we're getting such great results worldwide, because our products work. And right now we have 11 different products, but the main ones that we have right here that are huge, if you look at the CBD oil and cream, we're the only one on the market that is 100% THC free, and that is backed by a US patent on the liposomal technology. So what that means is that no one else can use the liposome technology on their CBD, in their CBD, except for us. So we get maximum absorption of the CBD oil and the cream, and we are the only one. We are plant to package grown in the United States, so we have no outside. You're getting the same thing every time. You have no outside interference from any other, any other uh, things around the world that people sometimes they get things in from other countries, different ingredients, so you don't have any of that. So we also have something for um, detox. We have something for energy, something for weight management, something for sleep, joint repair, and skincare. And we also have a core multivitamin that is superfoods based. Okay. And we also have an antioxidant super fruit blend, and that's the Eternal. So all of our products, they are in separate billion-dollar categories, so they don't cannibalize each other. And they are top of the line in each of those categories. So you're getting the best product that's out there. So now, on to the business side of this. Now that you know a little bit about our company, when we talk about the wellness industry in general, if you're going to align yourself with a network marketing company, if you do so in the wellness industry, that is going to be, especially now, the place to be to grow a business, because it is projected to be $1 trillion industry. And Paul Zane Pilzer, he backs that statement. And he was the youngest CEO of Citibank, which it does have a network marketing company attached to it, actually. And he said that the biggest industry is going to be spawned by scientific breakthroughs, biology, biochemistry. So the wellness industry will grow by 500 billion in the next 5 years. And then we have other huge, world-renowned people who are in business who are backing our company. If you know Grant Cardone, he's the author of the 10X Rule, and he's also a real estate tycoon, as well as Kevin O'Leary, Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank. They have all noted Viseo as an amazing company, that they're impressed with the business itself. And even Kevin O'Leary said, it's amazing to see what's happening, to be only, at the time that he said this, 2 years old and have a revenue of $100 million a year is amazing. And he said, I don't care what business you're in or what sector, that growth is spectacular. And then Maria Fiorini Ramirez is the world's foremost financial forecaster, and she's also on our board. And she decided that Viseo was the company to partner with, especially with the CBD market boom. She said no company is better poised to create significant global market share over the next several years than Viseo, which is why she is on our board right now. So that's our company. And for a fact that we're going to be around. We're at a pre-momentum point still, because we are in our third year. Usually in network marketing companies, if you align yourself with a projected company that will be a a, a long term. Think if you had gotten into Avon or Mary Kay in the beginning, right? So if you're going to be partnering with a company that's going to be around for a long time, and based on the numbers that we have done, we're going to be around, because our CEO has built 2 other billion-dollar companies prior to this one. Only 11 network marketing companies out of over 40,000 have ever done that, and he's responsible for 2 of them. So chances are he's going to do it a third time. So that's a huge, huge incentive to join with our company over any other company that you may have out there that is an option for you. So we get paid 60 to 65% on total company revenue. So as brand partners, that is huge. Most companies don't pay out that much, right? So we get paid 8 different ways. Think about it compared to the one way of pay you may get as an employee, right? You're trading time for dollars, basically. But 70 to 80% of the cost of most retail product is in distribution. So that's why we're getting, as the brand partners or the distributors, we're getting 60 to 65%, because we don't have to deal with, the wholesale broker, the sales, the advertising, and the retail store. So it just goes straight from manufacturing to the end consumer. So we're the middle point, right? We're the brand partners, and we represent our company, and it goes through us. So we get that 60 to 65% revenue that would have been spent on all the other things in getting the product to the marketplace. So like I said, we earn 8 different ways. And you would learn more about this, but basically we are in a binary compensation structure, which is built for long-term growth and stability. If you are in a unilevel, that is built more for short-term cash flow, but long-term, the majority of the revenue is going back to the company rather than going to the brand partner, right? So it's good for a short term, but not for a long term. So we get paid through customer sales bonus, but really where most of the money is made in our industry is through team bonus and matching bonus, which is franchising. Both of those operate on the concept of a franchise model. So if you think about McDonald's, for example, it's a franchise, right? You have a system of duplication. So it's the same thing that's carried out over and over and over. And that's what we do. So we build teams and we duplicate the process over and over and over. And the better that you duplicate the process, the more that the company is going to bonus you. Okay. So we also get paid through rank advancement bonuses and lifestyle trips, multiple business centers we're able to open. But that global leadership bonus is another thing that I want to talk about because that's profit share. Okay, so we're in 12 countries right now. And our global profit share, if you come in as just a regular brand partner and you achieve one of the lower ranks, which is called gold, you will be eligible for 3% of all total global profits. That's just one way that you would get bonused in addition to all the other ways, right? But if you come in as what's called a founder, because we are still in the beginning stages of our company, you will get an additional 2% of that bonus pool. So now instead of getting 3, you will get 5% global leadership bonus when you hit the rank of gold. And I think it's about 5 ranks up from the bottom of when you first come in. So it's not a difficult rank to attain if you follow the process that we teach you. And this is the process. Okay. So for team commission, which is one of the ways that we get paid, and this whole franchising model of duplication, it starts with 2. So it's you and you find 2 people who are looking to make money, who are looking to maybe feel better, who are looking, to be part of something, a community, who are looking to learn more about business and passive income, and you introduce them to this opportunity. So the better that you build your team, you can earn up to $28,000 per week just in this one way of pay out of the 8. That's the cap. But all the other ways of pay, there are no caps. And $28,000 per week in just the one way of pay, and that's not even the way of pay that generates the most. Actually, the next slide that I'm going to talk about, the matching bonus, that's going to generate the most over time if you build your organization correctly. But it starts with 2. So you have one person on the left side of your organization, one person on the right side of your organization. So you have 2 teams, okay? A left team and a right team. And then you teach those 2 people how to do the same thing, which is get one person on the left side of their organization, one person on the right side of their organization. Okay, so in this example here, how team commission works is you get 10% of the leg that contains the lesser amount of points. Okay, so for example, in this scenario, on the right side of your organization, you have accrued 2,500 points, and on the left side, there's 2,000 points. Okay, so 10% of 2,000 would be $200, and this is weekly. We get paid weekly. Okay, so over time, as your organization grows, this is how 2 people teaching 2 people teaching 2 people. This is how you can grow a lot of passive income over time. Okay. So that's what you want to start out with. You can start out getting 2 people on, you get a $50 bonus for that. And when you become a star, and then when those 2 people get 2 people, then you're called a star maker and you get a $100 bonus every time you do that. Okay. So plus the $200 from whatever your points, well, if it's 2,000 points in this case, you would be getting that. So in this particular scenario, you've made $300, and that doesn't even include the product commission, the introduction bonus that you get for whatever those brand partners bought, right? So again, you're getting paid all of these different ways, and you can cash flow very quickly if you know 2 people, right? Starts with 2. The franchise model with check match. So what this means is that when you bring on people into your organization, you have generations. So think about children, grandchildren, great grandchildren. So the person that you bring in, for example, in this case, Kim is the person that you sponsored personally. But Kim brings in someone, and then they bring in two people, and then they bring in two people each. So the person directly that Kim brought in is your second generation. So it's like your grandchild. And then the third generation would be anybody that person brought in, right? So what this means is that you get a 20% commission match. So if Kim makes $100 that week on her team bonus, right? If she makes $100, the company is then going to give you a 20% match on whatever she made. So in that case, the company is going to pay you $20. It doesn't come out of her check or anything like that. It's just a thank you from the company for you being a great leader. So then you can also check match on the second generation, and then you can check match from the third to the seventh generation at 5%. So you can get multiple check matches, and this is the purest form of franchising right here. So not only do you get paid the total commission on the points that are accumulating in your organization, whatever points don't get used carry over into the following week. So it's not like your points, you lose them if you have a carryover. If you've got the 2,500 on the one, like we said in the previous slide, and then the 2,000 on the other side. So that 500 that's left over is going to carry over into next week, right? So you never lose those points. All right. And plus you get this check match every single time, you build a leader, right? So anytime that you build a leader and you help your franchisees to become successful, then you're going to get bonused by the company. So every successful business has three components. They have a model, a pattern, and a system. So we talked about the business model here, okay? The pattern is use your own products, merchandise out a small amount to people, sort of like if you are in McDonald's, right? You eat a Big Mac, you have a couple Big Macs, give it to some people that you know in your life and say, hey, I'm part of this franchise model. Do you want to have your own franchise with this particular company? And hey, I can teach you how to do it, and I'm going to make sure that you are successful, and I can plug you into a business school that will show you exactly how to build this so that you can become very wealthy over time. So that's the pattern. Use your own products, share merchandise out a small amount, and then teach others to do those two things. That's what it is. So if you are interested in doing this, okay, we have tools in place to help you become successful. Our online business school is accessible through Facebook, but we also have a website. Okay, so you have a whole free online course on how to build this business. Plus, you get access to our team, our trainings, our mastermind sessions. You have business tools, virtual business tools, presentations, brochures, a business app, magazines, things that you can use to build your business. So what overcomenation.com, that's our business school website, it's the only one in the network marketing industry, okay? And what do we teach, okay? Rick teaches us live 3 to 4 nights a week, okay? We get taught live, something based on any one of these mechanics, okay? So in these categories, we learn the philosophy of network marketing, the mechanics of building a business, industry statistics, strategies to be successful, the dynamics of the industry, trade secrets, overall good business principles. So even if you're not in network marketing, you understand how to be in business, right? So you are getting like a business education overall. You're not just getting a network marketing education. You're learning about how money works, how to be successful in business in general, no matter what platform you're using. You'll learn how to scale your business. You'll get mentorship. You'll learn how to communicate this industry professionally, communicate the brand professionally, and we are system versus product driven. So we are going to talk mostly about creating systems and cash flow and leveraging a network. Our next actual mastermind is coming up in July. It's going to be the 24th to the 26th in Orlando, Florida. So that's just for our team. And we just sit for a weekend and learn from Rick as well as industry leaders who have been in this for 30 years, who know how to maximize the binary compensation structure, who understand how to build relationships, how to be successful in this business. And every time you go to one of these events, it is extremely powerful, and it's not rah-rah, it's all education. Okay. So, what are your options? Well, if you're serious about building a business, you are going to need to have some product. Could you imagine being part of McDonald's, but then not having any product to share with anybody? Right? So you want to come in on an investment pack or a business pack. Now, depending on your situation, right, your financial situation, we do have lesser or lower costing packs, and we have higher costing packs. So that foundation pack on the left will, with that purchase, right now it's actually $100 off, so it's $14.49. With that purchase, you will qualify for that at 2% additional founders pool. Okay, so remember when I was talking before about the global bonus, not only will you get the 3%, now you get an additional 2, so you're getting 5. Okay, so this is the best because you get 2 months worth, almost 2 months worth in every single product, so that you can share out a small amount and use your own and try everything. Okay, you can also resell that, okay, to people. If you give some to share, and maybe somebody doesn't want to build the business but they're interested in the product, you could just sell that directly to them and make a profit. Okay, you can do a fast start pack, okay, that contains one of everything basically, and that's half the price. You could do a Beliza intro pack, which is the skincare, which actually this month you get a free month's worth of the Eternal with it as well. So it's 305. So you're getting the entire Beliza skincare system, plus you would be getting another product, 30-day supply for free. Or you could do a CBD intro pack, which is $249. So it's whatever your budget allows. As long as you are active, which means you've purchased at least 80 points worth of product, then you can start to be commission worthy. And also, you can start to cash flow and accumulate points based on people who come into the organization after you. And those points sort of just accumulate over time. And then whenever you engage in building a team, that's when you can cash out a lot of the points that you have accrued over time. So the question is, if you were to come in even on like $100 a month to work your business, right? So in order to stay active, 80 points is about $100 a month. If you do twice that, if you do $200 a month to operate your business, $200 worth of product, it comes down to $8.63 per day that you're spending to have a business, a global business that you can run from your phone. Okay. So the question is, where do you see yourself? Do you see yourself more as being a customer? Okay. Where you just want to try the products and use them? Or do you want to be a franchise partner? So you can enroll with an investment pack. You want to set up your auto ship program. Okay. Because you're out of business if you're out of product, right? Plus, you want to follow the model and the pattern and plug into our business school and our system. So you're getting all of that education. If you want to look at it another way too, if you're paying $100 to $200 a month, right, you're getting access to millionaires in our online business school for that much per month. So even just the education itself is worth it. I mean, you couldn't enroll in a course and take it for a whole year and only pay $1,200, right? Like you wouldn't be able to have that. Whereas this, you're learning directly by people who have done it, how to build a business and how to be successful. So with that said, I hope that you decide to join our team and the Overcome Nation family. Please just contact me or the person who invited you to this presentation if you have any questions or if you're ready to get started with us. We are here for you. We would love to get you started and cash flowing right away. And I hope that you do decide to join us. So, with that, have a great night, everyone. Thank you for coming on, and hopefully, I'll be working with you soon.